God says, "Your mother who is now with me in heaven has been pleading, again and again, to deliver one last message to you. This is her final attempt, and heaven cannot hold it back anymore. She has watched your days stretch long with heaviness, your nights echo with silence, and your heart whispers silent cries that no one on earth has heard. She has seen the weight on your soul and begged me to let her speak through this moment, before the door to this final message closes forever. If you feel this message is calling out to you, comment Amen right now to affirm this is for you. There are things she wanted to say that go beyond earthly words, things your heart has longed to hear but didn't know how deeply it needed. She has fought through heaven's gates, crying with love and urgency, asking for this one moment to come alive. She knows time is running out. She knows the wounds in you that even you've buried, and she knows that if you don't receive this tonight, it may never reach you again. That's why I, your Father, am allowing her voice to come through me, through this message, before 11 p.m. tonight. If you believe heaven is sending this at the perfect time, tap the like on this video so it reaches others whose hearts need healing too. She remembers the warmth in your eyes as a child. She remembers the way you looked for her approval, the way your small hands reached for hers when you were afraid. And though she may not have said everything when she was alive, she wants you to know now she sees you. She forgives every distance, and she is proud of the person you have become, even if the world never said it loud enough. She's been with me, and every tear you cried thinking of her has not gone unseen. I've gathered each one like precious jewels and held them close. She never stopped praying for you, even here. Her love has only grown deeper now that she sees through heaven's light. You were never alone in the pain, even when you thought she left you behind. Her presence stayed like the soft wind brushing your cheek, like the sudden memory that made you pause, like the dream that felt more real than waking. Comment 1111 if you believe your mother in heaven is watching over you right now. I want you to listen closely. Your mother's final message is not just about memories, it's about your destiny. She knows you've been stuck. She knows you've been battling the unseen. And she's been pleading with me to clear the path for you, to open doors that no man can close, to shield you from betrayal, from exhaustion, from loss. Her prayers for your protection are still rising like incense before me, and I have heard them. I have seen her tears fall from heaven for you. You may feel lost, but I am not lost. I am right here with you. Her heart was joined to yours in ways the grave could never separate. Her hope is that you will no longer walk around carrying guilt, regret, or fear of the future. She wants you to stand tall and know that you are chosen, you are blessed, you are marked for something greater than pain. She knows how life has tried to silence your strength, but I am breathing it back into you now. When you wake up tomorrow, there will be a shift, but you must open this before 11 p.m. tonight, because her spirit has been trying to reach yours for so long, and this is the final window. If you let it close, the weight you feel may linger longer than it needs to. This moment is divine. I do not speak by accident, and this isn't a coincidence that you're hearing this. Comment 222 if you trust that this message was sent directly for you and no one else. You have been chosen to receive something holy tonight, a release of all the heaviness, a divine covering over your family, and the beginning of a new path your mother always hoped you would walk. She wants you to know that no matter how broken things got, nothing has separated you from her love or from my love. Even when you walked away from prayer, from faith, or from hope, I kept you, because she asked me to. Her last words to me before I brought her home were about you. She asked me to protect you from the storms she saw coming. She asked me to remind you that even if no one else believes in you, heaven still does. She said, Lord, don't let them give up on themselves. Don't let them lose sight of the light inside them. And when they feel like they have nothing left, send this message. Let me speak one more time. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. This is not just a message, it's an answer to a mother's prayer. And because of her, I am surrounding you now with a covering so strong, no darkness can touch you unless I allow it. I'm healing things in your body, in your mind, and in your relationships, quietly and powerfully. I'm turning around things you thought were over. I'm aligning things that have been scattered for years. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. And your mother sees all of this, smiling, crying, thanking me that you received this. She's with me, and she sees the battles behind your silence. She sees the effort behind your tired smile. She sees the prayers you whisper when no one is watching. She sees your heart, and so do I. Comment 333 right now if you want to declare your faith and receive what heaven is trying to place in your life. If money always seems out of reach, your brain might be the reason. Scientists have found that a 9-word phrase, buried deep in your subconscious, could be blocking financial blessings without you even realizing it. But when you say the words out loud, the blockage is removed and abundance begins to flow. Thousands have already felt the shift. Click the link in the description and comments before this secret disappears forever. You've carried the pain of her absence like a stone on your back, quietly, day after day, pretending to be strong when inside you've been breaking. You've had moments where your chest felt heavy without knowing why, times when her name passed through your mind like a whisper, bringing tears you tried to hold back. She saw all of it, and she asked me if there was even one way she could comfort you, just one way to tell you she never left, that she's still near, that she's proud, and that she still believes in you. Would I let her? I listened, and I said yes, because I knew you needed to hear this now more than ever. She wants you to know she forgives every hurt, even the words left unsaid, even the mistakes you thought you'd buried. Nothing you did or didn't do changed how she loves you. And now that she sees from this side of eternity, she understands more than she ever did while on earth. She sees why you shut down. She sees why you pulled away. She sees your heart clearly now, not through pain, not through confusion, but through my perfect light, and it only fills her with more love for you. There were moments in her life she didn't know how to say it. She had her own wounds, her own pain, but she never stopped loving you. And now that she is with me, she wants to speak what she never could with earthly lips. She wants you to know that there was never a second she didn't carry you inside her heart. Even in her last breath, she was holding you in her spirit. And even now, she has not stopped watching over you, praying over you, and fighting for your peace. Comment 555 if you believe this love from heaven is covering you right now. There is something else she asked me to say, something you've needed to hear not just from her, but from me. You are not a disappointment. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You have not failed. Life has tried to steal your joy, and the enemy has tried to convince you that you've missed your moment, but I want you to hear this from your Heavenly Father. The plan I wrote for your life is still alive. Your mother wanted this to be clear. She never wanted you to live in fear, in guilt, or in silence. She sees now how hard you tried, and she's so proud. You became stronger than even you know. You held on when it would have been easier to give up. You kept going when everything told you to stop. She's seen the way your eyes have dulled with exhaustion, and she asked me to restore your light. This is her final message, and it's not just about comfort, it's about your future. She doesn't want you just to survive. She wants you to walk in freedom, in purpose, in divine healing. You were born with something rare inside you. She saw it even when no one else did. She always believed there was something special about you, and now I am confirming it. You were chosen not just by her, but by me. There are blessings I am unlocking right now in response to the prayers she prayed. There are divine doors being opened because of the love she still carries for you in her spirit. There are battles you won't even know you've been spared from because she came to me on your behalf and I listened. You didn't even know the storm was coming, but I calmed it because of her cries. You may feel like you're not ready, but I am saying you are. You may feel like you're not worthy, but I am saying you are. I am with you, and your mother is at peace knowing that my hands are on your life. You are not abandoned. You are not stuck. You are stepping into the moment she fought to give you, the breakthrough she hoped for, the healing she prayed for, the protection she asked me to wrap around you like a shield. Comment 1212 if you believe this message was sent to you at the perfect time for your healing. There is no darkness that can hold back what I'm doing for you now. There is no voice louder than mine, and I am speaking clearly. Your life is not over. Your best days are not behind you. Your pain will not be wasted. Everything your mother wanted to see unfold in your life, I am still making it happen. It may not look like you imagined. It may take a different road, but the destination is still the same. To wholeness, to light. She wanted to hug you again. She wanted to tell you all of this face to face. But now she's watching with tears of joy, knowing that even if she couldn't come back to you, her words have, her love has, her spirit has, and I allowed it, because your heart needed it now. I love you too much to let this go unspoken. Let your heart open to this. Let yourself breathe again. Let the pain melt in my presence. What was heavy will become light. What was broken will become whole. What was quiet will be filled with the sound of my joy. Her final message is not just an ending, it is a beginning. Comment 777 if you believe heaven chose this exact time for your heart to receive peace. There were so many things she never got the chance to say. And though her earthly body grew tired, her soul never stopped reaching for you. Now, through me, she is finally able to speak the things that once trembled in her chest, things she wanted to say every time she saw sadness in your eyes, every time you hid your pain behind a smile, every time you walked into a room pretending to be okay when inside you were falling apart. A strange 9-word prayer, once locked away in a government archive, is now helping everyday people attract money faster than ever imagined. Scientists say it activates a dormant part of the brain tied to abundance and receiving. It takes less than 30 seconds to speak, but the effects can be life-changing. People are reporting cleared debts, surprise windfalls, and total financial freedom. Click the link in the description and comments before this page is taken down without warning. She told me about those nights you couldn't sleep, the nights you stared at the ceiling wondering if she could still see you. She could. She still does. When your hands shook from anxiety, she was there. When you held back tears to stay strong for others, she was whispering, "You don't have to be strong alone." She's seen every silent prayer, even the ones you didn't say out loud. She's watched you carry grief like it was your job to be okay. And now, she wants to lift that burden off your shoulders forever. She wants you to know it wasn't your fault. None of it. The misunderstandings, the missed chances, the moments you replay in your head. Let it go. She's not carrying any of that. All she carries now is love, pure, unshakable love for you. She sees clearly now, from where she island, and the only thing she wants is for you to stop punishing yourself for things you had no control over. She says, "Tell them I see the beauty in their heart now more than ever. Tell them I'm proud of their fight, their honesty, their heart. Tell them they've always been more than enough." That is what I'm doing. I'm delivering every single word as she spoke it to me, because she deserves to be heard, and you deserve to feel what you've forgotten, how loved you truly are. Comment 999 if you feel the presence of her love and God's peace reaching you right now. This isn't just a healing moment, it's also a holy one. You have entered a space where her love, Your brokenness and my power are meeting in one sacred place. This is the place where healing happens, where guilt melts, where grace flows, where you begin again, not because everything is perfect, but because you finally know you were never unloved, not even for a second. You've been holding on to so much, haven't you, my child? The weight of things you couldn't fix, the grief you didn't have words for, the responsibility to keep it all together, but you don't have to carry it anymore. Not when I'm here, not when she's with me, and her spirit is at peace knowing I've got you. She's still praying for you, but now her prayers echo from my throne. She's asking me to give you strength, and I'm answering with power. She's asking me to restore your hope, and I'm flooding your spirit with comfort. She's asking me to open the right doors for your future, and I am preparing those very doors even as you read this, because she has favor with me. And you, because of her prayers and your endurance, have found favor too. She wants you to start living again, to stop surviving and start receiving. She sees what's coming for you, and she's overwhelmed with joy because she knows how much you deserve peace. Not just moments of peace, but a life filled with it. She knows how hard you've tried to be enough for everyone, but she wants you to be enough for yourself now. She wants you to know that it's okay to breathe again, to laugh again, to dream again. Comment 1010 if you're ready to begin a new chapter with God's favor and your mother's peace surrounding you. She also wants you to forgive, not just others, but yourself. You've been too hard on yourself, holding on to mistakes like they define you. But they don't. I define you, and I say you are my child. You are loved, forgiven, and held. She said, Lord, let them walk in the light. Let them stop hiding their pain. Let them feel again. Let them love without fear. And I will honor that, because love never ends. And the love between you and your mother is still alive through me. I am the God who carries every word she speaks and places it directly into your spirit at the exact time you're ready to hear it. And this right now is that time. I have wrapped you in her prayers. I have wrapped you in my spirit. And from this moment on, the emptiness that's been following you will begin to break. You'll feel lighter. You'll notice the small moments again. You'll begin to smile, not because everything is fixed, but because something holy is awakening in you. Comment 1515 right now if your heart knows this is not a coincidence, but a divine moment sent for you. You've lived through days where it felt like no one saw you. You've walked through fire, held things together in front of others, while falling apart when no one was watching. Your mother saw every second of that from where she island. And she didn't just watch, she cried. She pleaded. She asked me over and over again, Lord, just let them feel how deeply they're loved. Let them know I never stopped praying. Let them know I never left them in spirit. So I said yes. I said yes because I love you more than you know. I said yes because her love, now purified and eternal, was so sincere, so unselfish, so full of me, that I could not deny it. Her love has become intercession, her tears have become worship, and her voice has become a part of my plan to restore what life tried to take from you. She remembers the little things, the sound of your laugh, the way you used to look at her for approval. She carries those memories not as sorrow, but as joy. Even the moments of pain and confusion have now been replaced with divine clarity and grace. She wants you to stop carrying the weight of what could have been. She sees now that you were doing your best, and she wants you to stop blaming yourself for the things you didn't understand back then. You have grown. You have endured. You've become stronger than you ever imagined. And now, it's time to stop surviving and start becoming. Because there is a life, I still want to give you one filled with blessings your mother asked me to pour into your hands. Researchers recently uncovered something unusual in a classified neuroscience file, a 9-word sentence that appears to rewire how your brain responds to wealth. People who repeat it daily are seeing real-world results: reduced anxiety, boosted income, and unexpected financial gifts. It's simple, silent, and requires no action, just the words. But this discovery is being watched closely, and it might not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. She told me, "God, if they ever forget how special they are, remind them that I always saw the light in them, even when the world overlooked them." That's what I'm doing. I'm reminding you that you are not just someone passing through life. You are part of a heavenly legacy. You are the answer to a mother's final request. You are loved not just by her, but by me. Comment 1717 if you feel your mother's love still alive through these words right now. You've been through silent battles. You've grieved without showing it. And you've wondered if you're still allowed to dream, to feel, to believe that something beautiful could still rise from everything you lost. I am telling you right now, it can. It will, because I am not finished with you. Your mother's greatest desire was not just that you remember her, but that you remember who you are. She saw in you a strength even you couldn't see. And now she sees how that strength is still alive, still beating beneath the pain, waiting for the right moment to rise again. This is that moment. Let the healing begin now. Let it go. Let the guilt fall off. Let the grief start to turn into something softer, something you can carry without breaking. Let the memories become peace, not pain. Let my presence wrap around you like a quiet river, flowing through every dry and weary place in your soul. And know this: she sees you smiling again. Not the fake smile, the real one. The one that will come when you begin to believe that there is more to live for than just survival. She sees you laughing again. She sees you opening your heart to love again. She sees you walking in purpose, in peace, in promise. You're not walking into the future alone. She walks with me now, but her spirit surrounds you in ways you cannot see. You'll feel it in the quiet. You'll feel it when you need comfort. You'll feel it when you take a step forward and don't know why you suddenly feel braver. That's her. That's me. That's love that cannot die. Comment Amen if you receive this healing, this love, this peace, and this divine protection over your life. I know you miss her. I know you still wish you could hear her voice, feel her touch, see her face. And while I cannot return her to earth, I have allowed her voice to reach you through me. Because her last request was not for her, but for you. She wanted me to make sure you knew. She never stopped loving you, not for 1 second. She wanted you to live free. She wanted you to break the chains of fear, of shame, of regret. And now, her voice has joined heaven's song, and every time you choose to live again, you are honoring her far more than flowers or candles ever could. So live, laugh, rest, and never doubt that you are still loved beyond words. Stay with me. There's more to release, more to receive. Her heart has more to say, and I will not stop until you've received every part of the peace she prayed for you to have. Comment 1111 if you believe you are not alone and that heaven is holding you right now. She sees the way you carry yourself now. Strong, silent, holding everything together for everyone else. She remembers the child who looked to her for answers, for safety, for reassurance. And now, she looks at you with tears of pride in her eyes because despite everything you faced, you kept going. You held on to hope even when it flickered. You carried her love even when it felt distant. And now, because of your endurance, I have allowed this moment to come alive, not just to honor her, but to restore you. There are things she wanted to say but never had the strength to voice. Things she now sees clearly. Things she wished she could have expressed. And now, with no fear, no pain, no human limitation, her heart is finally able to speak through the stillness of my spirit. She wants you to stop being so hard on yourself. She sees the way you doubt yourself, the way you speak to yourself with heaviness, the way you silently ask if you're doing enough, being enough, living right. And she's crying out from eternity, saying, "Tell them they are more than enough. Tell them I see their effort, their honesty, their beauty, their goodness." And I am telling you that now, because you need to hear it not just from her, but from me. You are my creation. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You were never meant to carry shame or self-blame or silent guilt. You were meant to walk in truth, covered by grace, and held by the kind of love that never runs out. Your mother sees how you love others. She sees the sacrifices you make quietly, the way you put others first, the way you smile when your heart is tired. She wants you to pour some of that same kindness back into yourself. She wants you to feel worthy again, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Comment 222 if your heart is opening to this grace, this peace, this overwhelming love from heaven. She also wants you to know she has been protecting you. There were things you never saw, accidents that didn't happen, dangers that passed you by, moments where you felt something pull you away from harm. That was me, honoring her prayers. Her spirit has been at work through me, surrounding your life with divine safety. You didn't even realize how many times you were spared because someone in heaven was still watching, still praying, still interceding. A Harvard-backed study just confirmed what spiritual leaders have whispered for centuries. Words carry power. Specifically, a 9-word phrase is now helping thousands attract wealth without stress, hard work, or guesswork. You don't need to believe in miracles for this to work, but many people are starting to. The results are showing up in their bank accounts, not just in their hearts. Click the link in the description and comments before this message is erased forever. Your mother's love has built a shield around your life, one that darkness cannot break through. When you felt something shift in your spirit out of nowhere, when you suddenly felt peace in the middle of a storm that was the legacy of her love, you thought she left, but in truth, she became your fiercest guardian from above. Even in the moments when you felt furthest from me, when you gave up on prayer, when you turned away in pain, she kept calling out your name at my throne. She never gave up on you. And because of her, I never let go of you. Even when you didn't feel it, I was surrounding you. I was preserving your purpose because she asked me to. Her love has touched every corner of your life, and now it will begin to move even deeper. She's asking me for something more, not just to comfort you, but to bless you, to prosper you, to give you beauty for ashes and joy for mourning. She wants your future to be bright again. She wants to see the light return to your eyes. Comment 1212 if you're ready for that light to return, for that joy to come alive again in your spirit. She also told me this: Lord, let them know I forgive them, and I hope they forgive me too. She knows there were moments of misunderstanding, of distance, of pain that was never talked about, and she wants nothing left unresolved between you. She asks for peace between you, not the kind the world gives, but the kind only I can give, the kind that silences every what if, every should've, every moment that lingers with heaviness. She is free now, and she wants you to be free too. Let it go. Let the regret be washed away. Let the moments you wish you could change be surrendered. You can't rewrite the past, but I can redeem it. I can take even the pain and turn it into something sacred. This message is proof of that nothing is wasted in my hands, that love never dies, That grace is still alive and moving even after the final goodbye. She loves you with a kind of love that transcends time, failure, and distance. And I love you with a love that has never and will never change. The love between you and her may have changed shape, but it has never lost its strength. And now, it returns to you, through every word I've spoken, through every tear you've cried, through every breath you'll take from this moment forward. Comment 333 if your soul is beginning to feel what your mind couldn't explain. Your mother has stood in the courts of heaven, day after day, asking me to make sure this moment would come. She didn't ask for anything for herself. She didn't ask for rest or reward. She asked only for you, that I would speak to your heart on her behalf, that I would hold your soul when it was weary, that I would bring this message to you before the heaviness became too much to bear. And because I love her, and I love you, I said yes. You didn't need another reminder of loss, you needed a reminder of presence. You needed to know she never left you in spirit. You needed to know I never left you in power. Every breath you've taken since she passed has been guarded by my hand and blessed by her prayers. You may not have seen it, you may not have known, but I was there, and so was she. There is a weight lifting off you now, something you didn't even know you were still carrying. Guilt, regret, sadness, confusion being stripped away, piece by piece. Your mother's greatest desire is not for you to remember her in pain, but to carry her memory in peace. She wants you to live, not just for yourself, but for the life she always hoped you'd embrace. She sees now what she couldn't always see on earth. She sees how deeply you loved her, how much you tried, how much of your heart stayed loyal, even when your voice went quiet. She's proud of you. She sees the battles you've survived. She knows how much strength it took to keep waking up, to keep showing up, to keep moving forward when it felt like everything had fallen apart. She knows you've had days when the ache of her absence was too much to speak out loud, and yet you still rose, you still tried, you still believed that something good was ahead, even if you didn't know what. Comment 555 if you believe her prayers are still working miracles in your life. Her final message goes deeper now. She wants you to forgive yourself for what you didn't know, for what you couldn't do, for what you've been holding in your heart like it was your fault. It wasn't. She wants you to release it, to stop punishing yourself, to stop carrying things that were never yours to carry. I'm taking those burdens now. I'm placing peace where pain once lived. I'm planting joy where sorrow once grew. I'm making something new out of what felt like the end. She told me, Lord, please let them know it's okay to be happy again. Let them feel joy without guilt. Let them smile without wondering if it's too soon. Let them move forward, not to forget me, but to carry me into the beautiful life you're still building for them. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you permission to live again, to love again, to breathe again without the weight of loss pressing on your chest. You're not leaving her behind. You're carrying her with you, not in grief, but in legacy, not in sadness, but in spirit. A once forgotten 9-word sentence is quietly changing lives across the world. It takes just a few seconds to say, yet people are waking up to cleared debts, surprise cash deposits, and a deep sense of peace. Neuroscience confirms it activates a wealth-attracting part of your brain most people never tap into. This could be your turning point, but the page could vanish at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's removed forever. She is part of your strength now, part of your testimony. Her prayers built the bridge you are walking on right now. And the blessings I am releasing over you are rooted in the seeds of love she sowed while she was with you, and even more after she left. Her love is not gone. Her presence is not lost. She is simply closer to me now, and through me, closer to you than ever. Comment Amen if your heart is ready to receive this restoration and carry her memory with peace, not pain. You are chosen. You are held. You are favored. You are the one her spirit watches over, not out of worry, but with hope. Hope that you will rise even higher than she ever dreamed. Hope that you will break the chains she couldn't. Hope that you will carry forward everything good, everything holy, everything strong that she tried to plant in you. And you will, not by might, not by effort, but by my Spirit, which is now moving through every room of your soul. I am healing what was broken in secret. I am binding up what was torn apart by sorrow. I am lifting your head and saying, you are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, you are not alone. You were never truly alone. Even in your loneliest nights, you had angels beside you. You had prayers surrounding you. You had love that never left. And now, you have peace that is coming to stay, not visit, not pass through, but stay. Because your heart is ready now. You are open now. You are still and listening. Comment 1717 if your heart is open to receiving the deepest comfort heaven can give. Your mother's spirit has not been resting idly in heaven. Her heart has remained tied to yours through every storm you've passed through, every valley you walked, every time you collapsed in the quiet and wondered how you would make it through another day. She has never stopped praying, and I, the God who never slumbers, have never stopped listening. There were times when the weight of her absence felt like it might crush you, moments when you felt guilty for not saying more when she was here, for not noticing the last goodbye when it came. You've gone over conversations in your mind, replayed moments, wondered if she truly knew how much you loved her. She did. She absolutely did. She felt it in the way you looked at her, in the way your heart reached out even when words didn't come. And she feels it still. What you didn't get to say, I am allowing to be heard now. Speak it from your spirit. Even now, whisper it if you must. I will carry every word to her heart, and what she wants you to know, above all else, is this. She never held anything against you. She never wanted you to feel the weight of unfinished sentences or unresolved memories. She wants you to live freely now, guilt-free, shame-free, and covered in the grace she now fully understands. You are not meant to carry sorrow for the rest of your days. That is not my will for you. Her joy now is complete, but it will not be full until you walk in peace too. That's why she begged me to allow this message to reach you before it was too late. That's why I've slowed time and softened your heart to receive what I've waited for you to hear. Not just her love, but my love. Comment 1010 if you feel heaven's peace surrounding your soul right now. She knows about the hidden grief, the kind you never told anyone about, the kind that made you pull away from people, the kind that made celebrations feel quieter, the kind that made certain days on the calendar feel like battles. But now, I am sending healing into all of it. Not a surface kind of healing, a soul-deep restoration, the kind that replaces pain with purpose, that turns ashes into beauty, that lifts what felt too heavy for too long. You are not weak for feeling this way. You are not broken for missing her so deeply. You are human, and you are loved. She understands that now better than ever, and she wants you to show yourself the same compassion you once tried to show her. She wants you to rest, to laugh again without guilt, to feel without shame, to cry when you need to, and to rise when you're ready. She told me to say this exactly as she would. I never stopped loving you. Not once. Not even when we misunderstood each other. Not even when we were distant. My love never changed, and now it never will. She sees what's ahead for you. She knows what I am preparing, and it fills her with such joy, such hope, that she dances in my presence knowing the best of your story has not even begun. Her final message was never about goodbye. It was always about making sure you knew that your life still matters, that your future still holds beauty, and that your steps are still ordered by me. Comment 1111 if you are ready to walk forward knowing your mother is with me and you are not alone. There will be signs, subtle moments when you'll feel her nearness. You may smell something that reminds you of her. You may hear a phrase that echoes her voice. You may feel sudden peace when you weren't looking for it. That's her. That's me. That's the eternal bond between you that will never break. And when those moments come, don't brush them off. Receive them. Let them remind you that she is not gone, she is glorified, and she is waiting to see you again, whole, healed, and free. What if everything blocking your financial breakthrough could be undone with a single 9-word phrase? That's exactly what thousands are discovering as they speak this powerful prayer each morning. Backed by research and verified results, it's helping ordinary people step into unexpected abundance. No struggle, no hustle, just words with real impact. Click the link in the description and comments before this life-changing secret is deleted. There is no greater honor you could give her than to live the life she dreamed for you. Not a life without pain, but a life full of purpose. A life where you rise again, not in your own strength, but in mine. A life where you love again without walls, laugh again without fear, and dream again with faith. Let your heart open to what I am doing. Let her words become part of your steps. Let this be the chapter where peace enters to stay, and grief finally makes room for joy. Comment 222 if your heart is ready to receive all of this peace and love from heaven. She's not watching you with sadness anymore. She's watching you with joy, because she knows what's coming. She knows what I'm getting ready to release in your life. She knows the healing, the favor, the peace, the strength that is waiting to flow into every space that once held sorrow. She sees you stepping into the light, slowly, bravely, and beautifully. She's no longer bound by earthly things. Her soul is fully alive in me, and from where she stands, she sees the full picture, the truth you couldn't see when all you felt was grief. She sees the hand of God that has been covering you since the day she left. She sees the way I have protected your mind, shielded your heart, and held your spirit when you didn't know how to keep going. And now she's smiling, because everything she prayed for you is beginning to bloom. She told me something else, something she hoped you would feel deep down inside you. Tell them I'm still proud of them, even if no one else says it. Tell them I see how much they've grown. Tell them I'm cheering them on. And I am telling you, just like she asked, because I want you to hear what others have not said enough. You are doing better than you think. You have endured more than most would understand. And you are still standing, still breathing, still hoping, even when the weight has tried to crush you. That is not weakness, that is victory. That is the kind of strength that heaven honors. Comment 555 if you are still standing despite everything life has tried to take from you. You've had moments where you questioned whether you were truly seen. You've asked silently if I was still with you. And I say to you now, yes, I have never left. I was with you in the hospital room. I was with you at the funeral. I was with you during the sleepless nights and the quiet mornings when everything felt hollow. I was with you when you held her hand for the last time. And I was the first to hold her when her spirit left her body. You were never alone, and you are not alone now. Your mother walks in glory now. There is no more pain in her body, no more confusion in her mind. She sees with perfect clarity, and what she sees is the divine thread that still connects her heart to yours. She knows now how deeply your love ran. She knows now the things you couldn't say, and she wants you to stop carrying the ache like it's your responsibility. It's not. It never was. Fully, freely. She wants you to sing again without holding back tears. She wants you to look forward without feeling like you're leaving her behind. Because you're not. You're carrying her with you, not just in memory, but in spirit. She is part of your faith now. She is part of your strength. And I have allowed this so you will never again feel like your grief is a punishment. It was always a passage to something deeper, a deeper love, a deeper awareness, a deeper connection to me. Comment Amen if you receive this love, this covering, this healing that heaven has waited to place over you. You have walked through the fire and come out alive. You may feel like ashes still cling to your soul, but I am telling you they will fall away soon. I am making something new. I am replacing the mourning with meaning, the pain with purpose, the ache with anointing. You are about to see how her legacy has never stopped working in your life. There are opportunities opening not by luck, but by grace. There are doors unlocking because her voice still echoes in my presence. She prayed for your success, for your peace, for your home, for your relationships, and I have not forgotten. There will be blessings in your life that you won't be able to explain. You will wonder how it happened, and I will say because of love, because of a mother's final prayer, because of a child's heart that refused to harden even in sorrow. You have honored her more than you realize, and now I am honoring you, not because you were perfect, but because you were faithful. You stayed, you endured, you loved through loss, and that is what moves me. Comment Amen if your heart knows heaven itself is speaking to you through this moment. You've grown so used to pushing through pain that you forgot how it feels to rest in peace. Not the peace that comes from having no problems, but the peace that comes when you finally realize you are not carrying life alone. That's what your mother begged me for, to give you a moment where the world would pause, the weight would lift, and you would feel her again. Not in memory, not in sorrow, but in spirit, with warmth and comfort and divine presence. A declassified government document quietly revealed a 9-word phrase that's helping people unlock true financial freedom. It's not hype. It's backed by neuroscience and proven in real lives. From debt relief to unexpected paychecks, the stories are everywhere. But because of its origins, this information may not stay public for long. Click the link in the description and comments now, before the page disappears. She told me, Lord, they've been strong for too long. Let them be held now. Let them feel safe again. And that's what I'm doing. Right now, I am covering you with a kind of peace that doesn't explain itself, but it settles deep into your bones. A peace that carries her love with it. A peace that holds your heart and says, you're allowed to breathe. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to heal. You're not weak for needing comfort. You're not less faithful for having pain. In fact, it's because of your pain that I've drawn nearer, and it's because of your mother's love that I've come to speak what your soul needed most. She wants you to forgive what life didn't give you. She knows there were things you hoped for that didn't come. She knows there were seasons that felt too hard, too unfair, and she wants you to release the bitterness that's quietly lived inside you. Not because it wasn't valid, but because you're ready to be free. You've held on long enough. It's time to let me carry what you were never meant to hold. Comment 999 if you're ready to be free from the hidden heaviness you didn't even realize was still there. She is watching you take steps now that she once dreamed you would take. Even if you feel stuck, even if you think you're behind, she sees the movement in your heart. She sees the healing. She sees the light returning. And it fills her with a joy so deep it becomes worship before me. She doesn't want your life to feel like survival anymore. She wants it to feel like purpose, because you were born with it. She saw it in you even when you didn't see it in yourself. And now, as her spirit joins with mine, she is asking me to make a way for that purpose to rise from the dust. And I am answering, not tomorrow, not someday, now. There is a shift happening in your soul, a door opening in the unseen. You will begin to notice how your thoughts change. How peace enters places where anxiety once lived. How your heart begins to believe again. That is me. That is her. That is the power of divine love surrounding you, healing you, preparing you.